The Winter's Tale Second Part. Sicilia, the palace of Leontes. Enter Hermione, Mamillius, and ladies Hermione. Take the boy to you, he so troubles me, 'tis past enduring. First Lady. Come, my gracious lord, shall I be your playfellow? Mamillius. No, I'll none of you. First Lady. Why, my sweet lord. Mamillius. You'll kiss me hard and speak to me as if I were a baby still. I love you better. Second Lady. And why so, my lord? Mamillius. Not for because your brows are blacker, yet black brows, they say, become some women best, so that there be not too much hair there, but in a semicircle or a half-moon made with a pen. Second Lady. Who taught this? Mamillius. I learned it out of women's faces. Pray now, what color are your eyebrows? First Lady. Blue, my lord. Mamillius. Nay, that's a mock. I have seen a lady's nose that has been blue, but not her eyebrows. First Lady. Hark ye, the queen your mother rounds apace. We shall present our services to a fine new prince one of these days, and then you'd wanton with us if we would have you. Second Lady. She is spread of late into a goodly bulk. Good time encounter her. Hermione. What wisdom stirs amongst you? Come, sir, now I am for you again. Pray you sit by us and tell us a tale. Mamillius. Merry or sad shalt be. Hermione. As merry as you will. Mamillius. A sad tale's best for winter. I have one of sprites and goblins. Hermione. Let's have that, good sir. Come on, sit down, come on, and do your best to fright me with your sprites, you're powerful at it. Mamillius. There was a man, Hermione. Nay, come, sit down, then on. Mamillius. Dwelt by a churchyard, I will tell it softly, yon crickets shall not hear it. Hermione. Come on then, and give me in mine ear. Enter Leontes, Antigonus, lords, and others. Leontes. He met there? His train? Camillo with him? First Lord. Behind the tuft of pines I met them, never saw I men scour so on their way. I eyed them even to their ships. Leontes. How blessed am I in my just censure, in my true opinion. Alack, for lesser knowledge. How accursed in being so blessed. There may be in the cup a spider steeped, and one may drink, depart, and yet partake no venom, for his knowledge is not infected. But if one present th abhorred ingredient to his eye, make known how he hath drunk, he cracks his gorge, his sides, with violent hefts. I have drunk and seen the spider. Camillo was his help in this, his pander. There is a plot against my life, my crown. All's true that is mistrusted. That false villain whom I employed was pre-employed by him. He has discovered my design, and I remain a pinched thing, yea, a very trick for them to play at will. How came the postern so easily open? First Lord. By his great authority, which often hath no less prevailed than so on your command. Leontes. I know it too well. Give me the boy. I am glad you did not nurse him, though he does bear some signs of me, yet you have too much blood in him. Hermione. What is this? Sport? Leontes. Bear the boy hence, he shall not come about her, away with him. And let her sport herself. Mamillius is let out with that she's big with, for 'tis Polixenes has made thee swell thus. Hermione. But I'd say he had not, and I'll be sworn you would believe my saying. How are you lean to nay ward? Leontes. You, my lords, look on her, mark her well. Be but about to say, she is a goodly lady, and the justice of your hearts will thereto add. 'Tis pity she's not honest, honorable. Praise her but for this her without door form, which on my faith deserves high speech, and straight the shrug, the hum or ha, these petty brands that calumny doth use. Oh, I am out. That mercy does, for calumny will sear virtue itself. These shrugs, these hums and haws, when you have said she's goodly, come between, ere you can say she's honest. But be it known, from him that has most cause to grieve it should be, she's an adulteress. Hermione. Should a villain say so, the most replenished villain in the world. He were as much more villain. You, my lord, do but mistake. Leontes. You have mistook my lady Polixenes for Leontes. O thou thing, which I'll not call a creature of thy place, lest barbarism, making me the precedent, should a like language used to all degrees and mannerly distinguishment leave out betwixt the prince and beggar. I have said she's an adulteress. I have said with whom? More, she's a traitor, and Camillo is a federary with her, and one that knows what she should shame to know herself, but with her most foul principle, that she's a bedswerver, even as bad as those that vulgars give bolds titles. Aye, and privy to this their late escape. Hermione. No, by my life, privy to none of this. How will this grieve you, when you shall come to clearer knowledge, that you thus have published me? Gentle my lord, you scarce can write me throughly than to say you did mistake. Leontes. No, if I mistake in those foundations which I build upon, the centre is not big enough to bear a schoolboy's top. Away with her to prison. He who shall speak for her is afar off guilty but that he speaks. Hermione. There's some old planet reigns. I must be patient till the heavens look with an aspect more favorable. Good my lords, I am not prone to weeping, as our sex commonly are. The one of which vein do perchance shall dry your pities, but I have that honorable grief LODG'd here which burns worse than tears drown. Beseech you all, my lords, with thoughts so qualified as your charities shall best instruct you, measure me, and so the king's will be performed. Leontes. To the guard shall I be heard? Hermione. Who is that goes with me? Beseech your highness my women may be with me, for you see my plight requires it. Do not weep, good fools, there is no cause. When you shall know your mistress has deserved prison, then abound in tears as I come out. This action I now go on is for my better grace. Adieu, my lord. I never wish to see you sorry, now I trust one shall. My women, come, you have leave. Leontes. Go, do our bidding, hence. Exeunt Hermione, guarded, and ladies first lord. Beseech your highness, call the queen again. Antigonus. Be certain what you do, sir, lest your justice prove violence, in the which three great ones suffer, yourself, your queen, your son. First lord. For her, my lord, I dare my life lay down, and will do't, sir, please you accept it, that the queen is spotless eyes of heaven, and to you, I mean in this which you accuse her. Antigonus. If it prove she's otherwise, I'll keep my stables where I lodge my wife. I'll go in couples with her. Then when I feel and see her no farther trust her, for every inch of woman in the world, aye, every dram of woman's flesh is false, if she be. Leontes. Hold your peaces. First lord. Good my lord Antigonus. It is for you we speak, not for ourselves. You are abused, and by some putter on that will be damned for't. Would I knew the villain, I would land damn him. Be she honor flawed, I have 3 daughters. The eldest is 11, the second and the third, 9 and some 5. If this prove true, they'll pay 40. By mine honor, I'll geld 'em all. 14 they shall not see to bring false generations. They are co-heirs, and I had rather glib myself than they should not produce fair issue. Leontes. Cease, no more. You smell this business with a sense as cold as is a dead man's nose. But I do see't and feel't as you feel doing thus, and see with all the instruments that feel. Antigonus. If it be so, we need no grave to bury honesty. There's not a grain of it the face to sweeten of the whole dungy earth. Leontes. What? Lack I credit? First lord. I had rather you did lack than I, my lord, upon this ground, and more it would content me to have her honor true than your suspicion, be blamed for't how you might. Leontes. Why, what need we commune with you of this, but rather follow our forceful instigation? Our prerogative calls not your counsels, but our natural goodness imparts this, which, if you, or stupefied or seeming so in skill, cannot or will not relish a truth like us, inform yourselves we need no more of your advice. The matter, the loss, the gain, the ordering on't, is all properly ours. Antigonus. And I wish, my liege, you had only in your silent judgment tried it, without more overture. Leontes. How could that be? Either thou art most ignorant by age, or thou wert born a fool. Camilla's flight, added to their familiarity, which was as gross as ever touched conjecture, that lacked sight only, not for approbation but only seeing, all other circumstances made up to deed, doth push on this proceeding. Yet, for a greater confirmation, for, in an act of this importance, 'twere most piteous to be wild, I have dispatched in post to sacred Delphos, to Apollo's temple, Cleomenes and Dion, whom you know of stuffed sufficiency. Now, from the oracle they will bring all, whose spiritual counsel shall stop or spur me. Have I done well? First lord. Well done, my lord. Leontes. Though I am satisfied and need no more than what I know, yet shall the oracle give rest to minds of others such as he whose ignorant credulity will not come up to truth. So have we thought it good from our free person she should be confined, lest that the treachery of the 2 fled hence be left her to perform. Come, follow us, we are to speak in public, for this business will raise us all. Antigonus. Aside to laughter, as I take it, if the good truth were known. Exeunt. Scene 2. Sicilia. A prison. Enter Paulina, a gentleman and attendants. Paulina. The keeper of the prison, called to him. Let him have knowledge who I am. Exit. Gentleman. Good lady. No court in Europe is too good for thee. What dost thou then in prison? Re-enter gentleman with the jailer. Now, good sir, you know me, do you not? Jailer. For a worthy lady, and one whom much I honor. Paulina. Pray you, then, conduct me to the queen. Jailer. I may not, madam, to the contrary I have express commandment. Paulina. Here's ado, to lock up honesty and honor from access of gentle visitors. Is lawful, pray you, to see her women, any of them? Emilia? Jailer. So please you, madam, to put apart these your attendants, shall bring Emilia forth. Paulina. I pray now, call her. Withdraw yourselves. Exeunt. Attendants. Jailer. And, madam, I must be present at your conference. Paulina. Well, be't so, prithee. Exit. Jailer. Here's such ado to make no stain as passes coloring. Re-enter Jailer, with Emilia. Dear gentlewoman, how fares our gracious lady? Emilia. As well as one so great and so forlorn may hold together. On her frights and griefs, which never tender lady hath borne greater, she is, something before her time, delivered. Paulina. A boy? Emilia. A daughter and a goodly babe, lusty and like to live. The queen receives much comfort and says, my poor prisoner, I am as innocent as you. Paulina. I dare be sworn. These dangerous unsafe loons king, be sure them. He must be told on't, and he shall. The office becomes a woman best, I'll take upon me, if I prove honey-mouthed, let my tongue blister, and never to my red-looked anger be the trumpet any more. Pray you, Emilia, commend my best obedience to the queen. If she dares trust me with her little babe, I'll shout the king, and undertake to be her advocate to last. We do not know how he may soften at the sight child. The silence often of pure innocence persuades when speaking fails. Emilia. Most worthy madam, your honor and your goodness is so evident that your free undertaking cannot miss a thriving issue. There is no lady living so meet for this great errand. Please your ladyship to visit the next room. I'll presently acquaint the queen of your most noble offer, who but today hammered of this design, but durst not tempt a minister of honor, lest she should be denied. Paulina. Tell her, Emilia, I'll use that tongue I have, if it flow from this boldness from my bosom, let not be doubted I shall do good. Emilia. Now be you blessed for it. I'll to the queen. Please you come something nearer. Jailer. Madam, if't please the queen to send the babe, I know not what I shall incur to pass it, having no warrant. Paulina. You need not fear it, sir. This child was prisoner to the womb, and is by law and process of great nature thence freed and enfranchised, not a party to the anger of the king, nor guilty of, if any be, the trespass of the queen. Jailer. I do believe it. Paulina. Do not you fear. Upon mine honor, I will stand betwixt you and danger. Exeunt. Scene 3. Sicilia. The palace of Leontes. Enter Leontes, Antigonus, lords and servants. Leontes. Nor night nor day no rest. It is but weakness to bear the matter thus, mere weakness. If the cause were not in being, part cause, she, adulteress. For the harlot king is quite beyond mine arm, out of the blank and level of my brain, plot-proof. But she I can hook to me, say that she were gone, given to the fire, a moiety of my rest might come to me again. Who's there? First servant. My lord? Leontes. How does the boy? First servant. He took good rest tonight. 'Tis hopped his sickness is discharged. Leontes. To see his nobleness. Conceiving the dishonor of his mother, he straight declined, drooped, took it deeply, fastened and fixed the shame on in himself, threw off his spirit, his appetite, his sleep, and downright languished. Leave me solely. Go, see how he fares. Exit servant. Fie. No thought of him. The very thought of my revenges that way recoil upon me, in himself too mighty, and in his parties, his alliance. Let him be, until a time may serve, for present vengeance, take it on her. Camillo and Polixenes laugh at me, make their pastime at my sorrow. They should not laugh if I could reach them, nor shall she, within my power. Enter Paulina, with a child. First lord. You must not enter. Paulina. Nay, rather, good my lords, be second to me. Fear you his tyrannous passion more, alas, than the queen's life? A gracious innocent soul, more free than he is jealous. Antigonus. That's enough. Second servant. Madam, he hath not slept tonight, commanded none should come at him. Paulina. Not so hot, good sir, I come to bring him sleep. 'Tis such as you, that creep like shadows by him, and do sigh at each his needless heavings, such as you. Nourish the cause of his awaking. I do come with words as medicinal as true, honest as either, to purge him of that humor that presses him from sleep. Leontes. What noise there, ho? Paulina. No noise, my lord, but needful conference about some gossips for your highness. Leontes. How? Away with that audacious lady. Antigonus. I charged thee that she should not come about me, I knew she would. Antigonus. I told her so, my lord, on your displeasure's peril, and on mine, she should not visit you. Leontes. What, canst not rule her? Paulina. From all dishonesty he can. In this, unless he take the course that you have done, commit me for committing honor, trusted, he shall not rule me. Antigonus. Lie you now, you hear. When she will take the rein, I let her run, but she'll not stumble. Paulina. Good my liege, I come, and I beseech you hear me, who professes myself your loyal servant, your physician, your most obedient counselor. Yet that dares less appear so, in comforting your evils, than such as most seem yours. I say I come from your good queen. Leontes. Good queen. Paulina. Good queen, my lord, good queen, I say good queen, and would by combat make her good, so were I a man, the worst about you. Leontes. Force her hence. Paulina. Let him that makes but trifles of his eyes first hand me. On mine own accord I'll off, but first I'll do my errand. The good queen, for she is good, hath brought you forth a daughter. Here 'tis, commends it to your blessing. Laying down the child Leontes. Out. A mankind witch. Hence with her, out o' door. A most intelligencing bawd. Paulina. Not so. I am as ignorant in that as you in so entitling me, and no less honest than you are mad, which is enough, I'll warrant, as this world goes, to pass for honest. Leontes. Traitors. Will you not push her out? Give her the bastard. To Antigonus thou dotard, thou art woman-tiered, unristed by thy dame partlet here. Take up the bastard, take up, I say, give to thy crone. Paulina. Forever. Unvenerable be thy hands, if thou taxed up the princess by that forced baseness which he has put upon't. Leontes. He dreads his wife. Paulina. So I would you did, then 'twere past all doubt you'd call your children yours. Leontes. A nest of traitors. Antigonus. I am none, by this good light. Paulina. Nor I, nor any but one that's here, and that's himself. For he the sacred honor of himself, his queens, his hopeful sons, his babes, betrays to slander, whose sting is sharper than the swords, and will not for, as the case now stands, it is a curse he cannot be compelled to once remove the root of his opinion, which is rotten as ever oak or stone was sound. Leontes. A cowlot of boundless tongue, who late hath beat her husband, and now baits me. This bread is none of mine, it is the issue of Polixenes. Hence with it, and together with the dam commit them to the fire. Paulina. It is yours. And, might we lay th old proverb to your charge, so like you 'tis the worse. Behold, my lords, although the print be little, the whole matter. And copy of the father, eye, nose, lip, the trick of's frown, his forehead. Nay, the valley, the pretty dimples of his chin and cheek, his smiles, the very mold and frame of hand, nail, finger. And thou, good goddess nature, which hast made it so like to him that got it, if thou hast the ordering of the mind too, mongst all colors no yellow in't, lest she suspect, as he does, her children not her husband's. Leontes. A gros hack. And, Lazel, thou art worthy to be hanged that wilt not stay her tongue. Antigonus. Hang all the husbands that cannot do that feat, you'll leave yourself hardly one subject. Leontes. Once more, take her hence. Paulina. A most unworthy and unnatural lord can do no more. Leontes. Iela tavur. Paulina. I care not. It is an heretic that makes the fire, not she which burns it. I'll not call you tyrant, but this most cruel usage of your queen, not able to produce more accusation than your own weak-hanged fancy, something savors of tyranny, and will ignoble make you, scandalous to the world. Leontes. On your allegiance, out of the chamber with her. Were I a tyrant, where were her life? She durst not call me so, if she did know me one. Away with her. Paulina. I pray you, do not push me, I'll be gone. Look to your babe, my lord. 'Tis yours. Jove send her a better guiding spirit. What needs these hands? You that are thus so tender o'er his follies will never do him good, not one of you. So. Farewell, we are gone. Exit Leontes. Thou, traitor, hast set on thy wife to this. My child, away with't. Even thou, that hast a heart so tender o'er it, take it hence, and see it instantly consumed with fire. Even thou, and none but thou. Take it up straight. Within this hour bring me word 'tis done, and by good testimony, or I'll seize thy life, with that thou else call'st thine. If thou refuse, and wilt encounter with my wrath, say so. The bastard brains with these my proper hands shall I dash out. Go, take it to the fire, for thou set'st on thy wife. Antigonus. I did not, sir. These lords, my noble fellows, if they please, can clear me in't. Lords. We can. My royal liege. He is not guilty of her coming hither. Leontes. Your liars all. First lord. Beseech your highness, give us better credit. We have always truly served you, and beseech so to esteem of us. And on our knees we beg, as recompense of our dear services past and to come, that you do change this purpose, which being so horrible, so bloody, must lead on to some foul issue. We all kneel. Leontes. I am a feather for each wind that blows. Shall I live on to see this bastard kneel and call me father? Better burn it now than curse it then. But be it, let it live. It shall not neither. To Antigonus you, sir, come you hither. You that have been so tenderly officious with Lady Marjorie, your midwife there, to save this bastard's life, for 'tis a bastard, so sure as this beard's grey, what will you adventure to save this brat's life? Antigonus. Anything, my lord, that my ability may undergo and nobleness impose. At least, thus much. I'll pawn the little blood which I have left to save the innocent, anything possible. Leontes. It shall be possible. Swear by this sword thou wilt perform my bidding. Antigonus. I will, my lord. Leontes. Mark and perform it, sayest thou? For the fail of any point it shall not only be death to thyself, but to thy lewd-tongued wife, whom for this time we pardon. We enjoin thee, as thou art liegeman to us, that thou carry this female bastard hence, and that thou bear it to some remote and desert place, quite out of our dominions, and that there thou leave it, without more mercy, to it own protection and favor of the climate. As by strange fortune it came to us, I do in justice charge thee, on thy soul's peril and thy body's torture, that thou commend it strangely to some place where chance may nurse or end it. Take it up. Antigonus. I swear to do this, though a present death had been more merciful. Come on, poor babe. Some powerful spirit instruct the kites and ravens to be thy nurses. Wolves and bears, they say, casting their savageness aside, have done like offices of pity. Sir, be prosperous in more than this deed does require. And blessing against this cruelty fight on thy side, poor thing, condemned to loss. Exit with the child Leontes. No, I'll not rear another's issue. Enter a servant. Servant. Please your highness, posts from those you sent to th oracle are come an hour since. Cleomenes and Dion, being well arrived from Delphos, are both landed, hasting to th court. First lord. So please you, sir, their speed hath been beyond account. Leontes. 23 days they have been absent. 'Tis good speed. Foretells the great Apollo suddenly will have the truth of this appear. Prepare you, lords, summon a session, that we may arraign our most disloyal lady. For, as she hath been publicly accused, so shall she have a just and open trial. While she lives, my heart will be a burden to me. Leave me, and think upon my bidding. Exeunt. Act 3. Scene I, Cecilia. On the road to the capital. Enter Cleomenes and Dion. Cleomenes. The climate's delicate, the air most sweet, fertile the isle, the temple much surpassing the common praise it bears. Dion. I shall report, for most it caught me, the celestial habits. Methinks I so should term them, and the reverence of the grave wearers. Oh, the sacrifice? How ceremonious, solemn, and unearthly, it was ith offering. Cleomenes. But of all, the burst and the ear-deafening voice o th oracle, kin to Jove's thunder, so surprised my sense that I was nothing. Dion. If th event o th journey prove as successful to the queen, o, beat so, as it hath been to us rare, pleasant, speedy, the time is worth the usant. Cleomenes. Great Apollo turn all to th best. These proclamations, so forcing faults upon Hermione, I little like. Dion. The violent carriage of it will clear or end the business. When the oracle, thus by Apollo's great divine sealed up, shall the contents discover, something rare even then will rush to knowledge. Go, fresh horses, and gracious be the issue. Exeunt. Scene 2. Sicilia. A court of justice. Enter Leontes, lords and officers. Leontes. This sessions, to our great grief we pronounce. Even pushes gainst our heart, the party tried, the daughter of a king, our wife, and one of us too much beloved. Let us be cleared of being tyrannous, since we so openly proceed in justice, which shall have due course, even to the guilt or the purgation. Produce the prisoner. Officer. It is His Highness' pleasure that the Queen appear in person here in court. Enter Hermione. As to her trial, Paulina and Lady Silence. Leontes. Read the indictment. Officer. Reads Hermione, Queen to the worthy Leontes, King of Sicilia. Thou art here accused and arraigned of high treason, in committing adultery with Polixenes, King of Bohemia, and conspiring with Camillo to take away the life of our sovereign lord the king, thy royal husband. The pretense whereof being by circumstances partly laid open, thou, Hermione, contrary to the faith and allegiance of true subject, didst counsel and aid them, for their better safety, to fly away by night. Hermione. Since what I am to say must be but that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part no other but what comes from myself, it shall scarce boot me to say, not guilty. Mine integrity being counted falsehood shall, as I express it, be so received. But thus, if power is divine, behold our human actions as they do, I doubt not then but innocence shall make false accusation blush, and tyranny tremble at patience. You, my lord, best know, who least will seem to do so. My past life hath been as continent, as chaste, as true, as I am now unhappy, which is more than history can pattern, though devised and played to take spectators. For behold me, a fellow of the royal bed, which owe a moiety of the throne, a great king's daughter, the mother to a hopeful prince, here standing to prate and talk for life and honor for who please to come and hear. For life, I prize it as I weigh grief, which I would spare. For honor, 'tis a derivative from me to mine, and only that I stand for. I appeal to your own conscience, sir, before Polixenes came to your court, how I was in your grace, how merited to be so. Since he came, with what encounter so uncurrent I have strained to appear thus, if one jot beyond the bound of honor, or in act or will that way inclining, hard-kned be the hearts of all that hear me, and my nearest of kin cry fie upon my grave. Leontes. I ne'er heard yet, that any of these bolder vices wanted less impudence to gainsay what they did than to perform at first. Hermione. That's true enough, though 'tis a saying, sir, not due to me. Leontes. You will not own it. Hermione. More than mistress of which comes to me in name of fault, I must not at all acknowledge. For Polixenes, with whom I am accused, I do confess I loved him as in honor he required, with such a kind of love as might become a lady like me, with a love even such, so and no other, as yourself commanded, which not to have done, I think had been in me both disobedience and ingratitude to you and toward your friend, whose love had spoke, ever since it could speak, from an infant, freely, that it was yours. Now for conspiracy, I know not how it tastes, though it be dished for me to try how. All I know of it is that Camillo was an honest man, and why he left your court, the gods themselves, wotting no more than I, are ignorant. Leontes. You knew of his departure, as you know what you have undertaken to do in his absence. Hermione. Sir, you speak a language that I understand not. My life stands in the level of your dreams, which I'll lay down. Leontes. Your actions are my dreams. You had a bastard by Polixenes, and I but dreamed it. As you were past all shame, those of your fact are so past all truth, which to deny concerns more than avails, for as thy brat hath been cast out, like to itself, no father owning it, which is indeed more criminal in thee than it, so thou shalt feel our justice, in whose easiest passage look for no less than death. Hermione. Sir, spare your threats. The bug which you would fright me with I seek. To me can life be no commodity. The crown and comfort of my life, your favor, I do give lost, for I do feel it gone, but know not how it went. My second joy and first fruits of my body, from his presence I am barred, like one infectious. My third comfort, starred most unluckily, is from my breast, the innocent milk in it most innocent mouth, held out to murder. Myself on every post proclaimed a strumpet, with immodest hatred the childbed privilege denied, which longs to women of all fashion, lastly, hurried. Here to this place, open air, before I have got strength of limit. Now, my liege, tell me what blessings I have here alive that I should fear to die. Therefore proceed. But yet hear this, mistake me not. No life, I prize it not a straw, but for mine honor which I would free, if I shall be condemned upon surmises. All proof sleeping else, but what your jealousies awake, I tell you 'tis rigor and not law. Your honors all, I do refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge. First Lord, this your request is altogether just. Therefore, bring forth, and in Apollo's name, his oracle. Exeunt certain officers Hermione. The Emperor of Russia was my father. Oh, that he were alive, and here beholding his daughter's trial. That he did but see the flatness of my misery, yet with eyes of pity, not revenge. Re-enter officers, with Cleomenes and Dion officer. You here shall swear upon this sword of justice that you, Cleomenes and Dion, have been both at Delphos, and from thence have brought this sealed-up oracle, by the hand delivered of great Apollo's priest, and that since then you have not dared to break the holy seal nor read the secrets in't. Cleomenes, Dion, all this we swear. Leontes, break up the seals and read. Officer, reads Hermione is chaste, Polixenes blameless, Camillo a true subject, Leontes a jealous tyrant, his innocent babe truly begotten, and the king shall live without an heir, if that which is lost be not found. Lords, now blessed be the great Apollo. Hermione, praised. Leontes, hast thou read truth? Officer, my lord, even so as it is here set down. Leontes, there is no truth at all oracle. The sessions shall proceed. This is mere falsehood. Enter a servant. My lord the king. Leontes, what is the business? Servant, oh sir, I shall be hated to report it. The prince your son, with mere conceit and fear of the queen's speed, is gone. Leontes, how? Gone? Servant, is dead. Leontes, Apollo's angry, and the heavens themselves do strike at my injustice. Hermione swoons. How now, there? Paulina, this news is mortal to the queen. Look down and see what death is doing. Leontes, take her hence. Her heart is but o'ercharged. She will recover. I have too much believed mine own suspicion. Beseech you tenderly apply to her some remedies for life. Exeunt Paulina and ladies with Hermione. Apollo, pardon my great profaneness, gainst thine oracle. I'll reconcile me to Polixenes, new my queen, recall the good Camillo, whom I proclaim a man of truth, of mercy. For, being transported by my jealousies to bloody thoughts and to revenge, I chose Camillo for the minister to poison my friend Polixenes, which had been done, but that the good mind of Camillo tardied my swift command, though I with death and with reward did threaten and encourage him, not doing it and being done. He, most humane and filled with honor, to my kingly guest unclasped my practice, quit his fortunes here, which you knew great, and to the certain hazard of all uncertainties himself commended, no richer than his honor. How he glisters thorough my rust, and how his piety does my deeds make the blacker. Re-enter Paulina. Woe the while. Oh, cut my lace, lest my heart, cracking it, break too. First Lord, what fit is this, good lady? Paulina, what studied torments, tyrant, hast for me? What wheels, racks, fires? What flaying, boiling in leads or oils? What old or newer torture must I receive, whose every word deserves to taste of thy most worst? Thy tyranny together working with thy jealousies, fancies too weak for boys, too green and idle for girls of 9. Oh, think what they have done, and then run mad indeed, stark mad, for all thy bygone fooleries were but spices of it. That thou betrayedst Polixenes, 'twas nothing, that did but show thee of a fool, inconstant, and damnable ingrateful. Nor was much thou wouldst have poisoned good Camillo's honor, to have him kill a king, poor trespasses, more monstrous standing by. Whereof I reckon the casting forth to crows thy baby daughter to be or none or little, though a devil would have shed water out of fire or dunt, nor is directly laid to thee, the death of the young prince, whose honorable thoughts high for one so tender, cleft the heart that could conceive a gross and foolish sire blemished his gracious dam. This is not, no, laid to thy answer. But the last, O lords, when I have said, cry, woe. The queen, the sweetest, dearest creature's dead, and vengeance for it not dropped down yet. First Lord, the higher power as forbid. Paulina, I say she's dead, I'll swear it. If word nor oath prevail not, go and see. If you can bring tincture or luster in her lip, her eye, heat outwardly or breath within, I'll serve you as I would do the gods. But, O thou tyrant, do not repent these things, for they are heavier than all thy woes can stir. Therefore betake thee to nothing but despair. 1,000 knees 10,000 years together, naked, fasting, upon a barren mountain, and still winter in storm perpetual, could not move the gods to look that way thou wert. Leontes, go on, go on. Thou canst not speak too much, I have deserved all tongues to talk their bit rest. First Lord, say no more, howe'er the business goes, you have made fault ith boldness of your speech. Paulina, I am sorry for't. All faults I make, when I shall come to know them. I do repent. Alas, I have showed too much the rashness of a woman. He is touched a noble heart. What's gone and what's past help should be past grief. Do not receive affliction at my petition, I beseech you, rather let me be punished that have minded you of what you should forget. Now, good my liege, sir, royal sir, forgive a foolish woman. The love I bore your queen, lo, full again. I'll speak of her no more, nor of your children. I'll not remember you of my own lord, who is lost too. Take your patience to you, and I'll say nothing. Leontes, thou didst speak but well when most the truth, which I receive much better than to be pitied of thee. Prithee, bring me to the dead bodies of my queen and son. One grave shall be for both. Upon them shall the causes of their death appear, unto our shame perpetual. Once a day I'll visit the chapel where they lie, and tears should there shall be my recreation. So long as nature will bear up with this exercise, so long I daily vow to use it. Come and lead me to these sorrows. Exeunt.